So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna 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 start a revolution. I'm on top now, while me kissing babies. Call me out, president, boss tool, hate me. I'ma trust my gut, you don't faze me. I'ma give my blood, don't save me. Damn, it's never enough, still chasing every single dream that I've had since I was 18. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. Wanna start a revolution.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday edition of The Angry American. Before we get started, some people had requested that we bring back the camera, which I don't know. I don't know if I like it, if I don't like it. Enough of my ugly mug is spread all over social media. Don't think that we need it, but we're gonna obviously do what the viewers want us to do, so that is why it's here. Got the camera here. I think we also have a camera up there. Trying to figure out how to switch to that right now, but it's good to be here on this Monday, January 31st. Thought a lot about what to do the podcast about today. And I think I'd be hard-pressed to not address this and address it early on. Conspiracy. And how much venom is truly out there and how it affects people. I also want to talk a little bit about finance. I know a lot of people are worried about their financial situation. I'm going to actually pull this mic down a little. I know a lot of people are worried about their financial situation. I talk extensively about the Great Reset and the new financial system. Over the last 2 years, I think I've opened up several pairs of eyes and a couple one-eyes. No pun intended, but, a couple people only have one eye. So anyway, several eyes we've opened to this being a reality, not just being a conspiracy. So I think it's only right to segue into that. But I want to talk about conspiracy because I don't think people realize just how dangerous some of the things that they spew are. I mean, this is very dangerous. The election being stolen. Look, There's fraud in every election. There's rampant fraud in every election. We know that. We've known that for decades. To think that a rogue entity came in and stole the election is preposterous. And it's only divided America like we've never seen before. It is a very dangerous statement. Now, do I think that courts should step in? And I think in the situation, it's per situation. Take every variable, and if it's needed, then sure. But to think that they came in and stole the presidency of the United States, people, I'm telling you, they don't have to. They don't have to steal it. Those that are in power, big corporation, big pharma, big business, doesn't have to steal it. Now, I do think they got a little more than they bargained for with the last administration. And I think that no matter what, they were going to ensure that he didn't have a second term. And I still think that is the focal point today. But spreading that, you now have people that are so emotionally invested in Donald Trump. And I'm just going to say it. I know we're not supposed to say it. His name is taboo on social media. But people are so emotionally invested in Donald Trump that they're willing to do the extreme. And you saw that on January 6th. And to perpetrate that and say that it was, a ploy and that nobody did anything wrong on the right, I mean, you got to be a fool to think that. I don't think for 1 second that that group that rhymes with Queen Latifah, did all of that. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, and I think that is one of the most dangerous conspiracies that have been put out this entire time. The second most dangerous conspiracy being that coronavirus is not real. People are dying. People are being hospitalized. I was as sick as I've ever been. I passed out in the shower. I passed out driving my car. So no matter what it is, if you don't want to say that it's coronavirus, whatever you want to label this illness, it is real. And telling people that it's not real and telling them not to protect themselves is equally as dangerous as the election. But we live in a world that is now shrouded in conspiracy. Some things get that label that shouldn't. But when you're speaking all this venom into existence, you now make people like myself have to work extremely hard to get people to listen to what we're doing here. Do you understand? You aren't helping the situation. You may think you are. You may think that you're putting doubt in people's minds, but they're only starting to doubt the truth and not just the conspiracy. So it makes things that I say very hard for people to believe. This is why we went and looked at studios, because I live right by a military installation, and there are flights going on. They have ramped up the flights since what is happening in the Ukraine tenfold, I would say, easy. But back to what I was saying, and I apologize, I digress a lot. You're making it hard for people to believe the facts when you put all this venom out there. This conspiracy stuff. Be very careful. All right? Be very careful, because you now have a digital profile. And this ties in to the new economic system that I will talk about shortly. You're going to have a digital profile, a social credit score. And the things you do on social media will indeed affect your social credit score, and probably already have. Not to mention, you're put front and center with these alphabet groups that you just, look, you don't want to be on a watch list. I tried to fly early in the year. I got escorted to a place to sit and wait for TSA to tell me that I couldn't fly. You don't want that to happen to you. Be careful what you post. Be careful what you consume. Be careful what you share, and be careful what you comment on. I've been saying that for a very long time, but people don't want to listen. People know better. And I promise you, it will manifest in a way that you do not want. It makes the government very angry when you put out this false information and it ends up costing people their life. And I'm speaking on coronavirus 100%. Specifically, when you tell people not to wear a mask, when you tell people that the COVID isn't real, that it's all a hoax, you're now endangering people because people are so invested in this political process these last couple years that they're willing to fight for their beliefs. They're willing to fight. You now have people, honestly, training just in case we happen to have a conflict here at home. You don't want to be wrapped up in that. The reason I wasn't allowed to fly is because of another individual who got arrested, and I happened to be a contact on the cell phone that he was carrying. Do you understand? You're guilty by association. You don't want to be that individual. And you don't want to be somebody who cost somebody their life because they decided to believe the venom that you spew. And look, I know what this sounds like. I know this sounds like a speech from the other side. There's got to be some common ground. There has to be. We have to find a way to meet in the middle. And after years, literally years of digesting all of this crap and listening to people and how emotionally involved they are and how their spirit is so beat up, they're ready to throw in the towel on this country, I have to stand up and say something. I have to give you a piece of my mind. Because people are indeed confused. They don't know what to believe. And it's a sad state of affairs. Be careful what you put out on social media. Be careful what you say. There are real world ramifications. And if anybody knows, trust me, it is the angry American. Because I am not angry for no reason. I have walked this walk, people. I have lost everything in the process, and I'm telling you right now, if you keep putting out this venom, eventually you're going to get bit by that snake. And it's not going to be pretty. There are people that decided to believe the election was stolen, just outright stolen. And I'm not saying there wasn't fraud. because there's fraud in every single election. It is a fact. But that it was outright stolen by a group of globalist Satan worshipers that eat little children. I mean, listen to what I just said. Listen to what I just said. They believe the election was stolen, let me say it correctly, by an elite group of globalists that worship Satan and drink the blood of children. Now, I have always maintained 100% that every story is rooted in some kind of fact. Are there globalists out there? Yes. Are there elite globalists out there? Absolutely. Would they love to run and control everything? 100%. Is the devil alive and well? Absolutely. And yes, no doubt there's human trafficking even in the highest levels of our society. Okay? But that does not mean I can't even believe I have to explain this. Because, yes, there may be some truth to some of this. Absolutely. I just said human trafficking exists even in the highest levels of our society. Politicians, movie stars, big corporations, absolutely. It exists everywhere. But to go around saying what I just said, now you know why they look at all of us and discount us from the jump. I want to debate people like Michael Rappaport. I want to debate people that have such a strong political view and such a loud mouth. I think I could sit in the ring with them jab for jab, hook for hook, uppercut for uppercut. I think I could do that, but they'll never give me the time of day when that is what is being spoken. And if that is what you believe, by all means, keep believing it. I'm not here to sway you. I'm just here to give you the facts. Look, man, I'm sorry. It makes me so upset because I'm the one still climbing this mountain, trying to get respect in the community. And it's hard to do when we're shrouded in that. When I hear people say that COVID is not real, I come unglued. I lose my shit because I can't believe that you don't see it. I'm not doubting its origin. I have my own beliefs, and I guarantee you they're right along the lines of yours. I'm not doubting its origin. I'm not doubting that numbers are being manipulated for check it out, for money, because that's what it is all about, always has been. I'm not doubting that there's fraud in this whole situation. I'm not doubting that big business has destroyed small business. I'm not doubting any of that. But when you say COVID isn't real, now everything I say has been shrouded in your conspiracy. Now, everything I say about COVID, nobody is going to listen. Nobody is going to take it serious. Even when I spit facts, even when I bring numbers, it doesn't matter. Because we have people standing in big spotlights, huge influencers saying it's not real. Tell that to the people that have lost loved ones to this upper respiratory illness. Tell that to me who passed out in the shower, man. 260-pound man, 6 foot, 260-pound man, butt ass naked on the floor because I passed out in the shower. Shower curtain ripped down, the whole nine. I was so lethargic, I couldn't even hold my eyes open. Now you tell me that it isn't real. The vaccine. That's another one. The vaccine is shrouded in so much controversy. It is ridiculous. I'm going to give you the facts. We've been fighting cancer for over 100 years. We've been fighting AIDS for over 40 years. There's no vaccine for either. This comes along, we make a vaccine in 9 months? Supposed to cure it. New technology. I start to research the technology because I'm just like, whoa, I'm blown away. It never was okayed. It was just given a emergency use authorization. So of course, I'm going to read. I'm going to educate myself before I put it in my body. My body is my temple. You have people going around saying that it's nanobots. That it's turning you into basically an antenna for 5G. Now, I give them credit. They do take other facets of the world and intertwine them in their conspiracies and sound fantastic. The makings of a great movie. But when you do that, anything I bring to the table, any information I bring to the table, whether it be the VAR's information, anything I bring about the vaccine to try and open people's eyes and at least get them to think before they just go, yeah, it's shrouded in nanobots and microchips, and continuum transfunctioners. That's what I'm saying. Look, yes, I was told something when I was a young kid by a man named Paul Harvey. All right? I was the nerdy kid that listened to AM radio. I went and seen in a speaking engagement with my father, and we were talking. I was young, very young. Only thing I remember, and it stuck out to me because I was very afraid. Let me get the exact quote. Give me 1 second, and I know you guys are like, whoa, this is a podcast. Here it is. The most corrupt institution in the world is the United States government. Now, all I heard was that the government was bad. The government was very bad. And it stuck with me my entire life. And I always questioned what was going on. Where does 5G play in all this? Well, I'm going to tell you, just really quick, as we're talking about conspiracy. This new financial system is going to give them visibility like they've never had before. Every dollar will be collected. Every transaction will be collected. They will know unequivocally what you purchase. All right? And 5G allows them to process these things quicker from a mobile device standpoint, from a connection standpoint. They now have an updated technology to process this stuff quicker. That's where 5G comes in. It ran the gamut. It was a weapon. They were going to turn it on. People were going to turn to zombies. I mean, don't you see that, yes, there's validity to some of these things, but overall, time keeps passing. None of this stuff none of this stuff happens. They keep pushing it off. Is Trump back yet? Is Donald Trump back yet? Did he come back with JFK Jr. and did they drain the swamp yet? Oh, let me guess. We're waiting for another date. Let me look that up. Because I thought it was last weekend. Hold on. Yeah, it was supposed to be last weekend. We're living through this colossal event that Donald Trump was supposed to perpetrate. Now in the middle of the week, what do you think's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what. Unless you're in the path of this colossal storm that's coming, you're going to get up, you're going to get dressed, you're going to brush your teeth. I don't know what your process is. You're going to grab your coffee, whatever, and then you're going to be out the door. Not my process, by the way. I drink my coffee, then brush my teeth. But I'm just saying it's going to be another day because they keep pushing it off. None of this stuff has come to fruition. The things that we have put out here on this channel, they come to fruition. We focus on trends. We focus on analysis. We focus on data. We don't focus on witch hunts and stories. And of course, it angers me. I've lost a lot to stand here on this podcast and try to explain to grown individuals that telling these crazy, outlandish stories is only hindering the very thing I'm trying to do. There's so many of us in this situation where we're trying to move the masses. So, of course, it angers me to no end. So now let's talk about the financial side of things. I need a drink after that. This is important. What I just said is not very important. I mean, it is, but this is very important. All of you have money. You have 401ks. You have investments. Listen to me when I tell you the World Economic Forum and this Great Reset is very real. Very real. Let's just look at the basics. The stock market has done phenomenally well, wouldn't you say? Even since the COVID crash, we have seen just a parabolic move upward. It's been insane. Gone. Well, let me ask you something. We'll just use the laws of gravity. If something goes up, it must come down. Would you agree? Yeah. You guys have been borrowing free money for the better part of a decade or more. Free money. The Fed is going to raise interest rates this year 100%. Multiple times. I would say 4 times. It could go up to 6 raises this year. You've been borrowing free money for so long that when the Fed finally does raise interest rates, it will decimate the stock market. That will send fear into the hearts of the investor. They will now set on their money, and that will grind to a halt. Case in point, it's a fact. Look it up. Do your research. Let's talk about another part of this. Money. Dinero. Dollar bills. We have printed money at a record pace over the last few years. Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Trillions. I need you to go out and Google the difference between a billion and a trillion. There is a video that is a very good video talking about pallets of money. $1 million will fit in a Walmart grocery bag. It's a fact. I'm sure they've used it on the streets many times. $1 billion, is about 10 pallets of money, double stacked, standard size pallets. $1 trillion is a football field of those double stacked pallets, width and length. Understand, we are so desensitized to that $1 trillion that we have no damn idea exactly how much money that is. And we have printed, 12 trillion? 12? The value of the dollar is basically worthless. And we have inflated this entire economy with fake cash. In the early 70s, we got off the gold standard, which means for every dollar, you could turn that in and get that much gold, in theory. It was backed by gold. Now, it is backed by debt. The dollar is going to crash. It's not being accepted in places around the world already. Already. The global economy. Hear me. The global economy is in big, big trouble. And everyone knows it. Anybody that's financially literate, they know it. All of those investors and those hedge fund guys, they only care about their pocket anyway, but they know it. Why do you think crypto was so big? This, in 2013, the President of the United States said it's fake money. This year, it is a issue of national security. Because, here, I'm going to give you the rest of it he didn't say. It is a national security issue because it rivals our CBDC, our central bank digital currency that we are about to put into place. We are changing the financial system. In order to do it, we need a catalyst. We need a catalyst in order to do it. And don't worry, that catalyst is coming. Could it be Russia? Could it be China? Could it be another international incident? Could it be a EMP? I mean, since we're talking conspiracy and all this, could it be an alien invasion? There's going to be a catalyst for this event to take place. It's going to happen. It's more than likely going to happen this year. If not this year, then next for sure. Please listen to me. You got to protect yourself. You have to. You need some tangible things. You need to hedge with some crypto. Maybe some precious metals, some property. It's about to go down. Some people don't believe this. Some people call this here fear-mongering. I'm going to tell you why they do that. Because of all the conspiracies that have been put out that we talked about earlier. Anything we say has to be questioned. Of course we want somebody to come in and save our country. And how great it would be if it was a non-politician, good businessman who came in, ran this like a business, said, you're not taking advantage no more. And we got back to what matters, and that is the people. Some of you believe that happened. Some of you believe that happened in those 4 years. If you believe that, please tell me why. Please tell me why. Oh, people, like when I'm doing this and people insist, these are the people that I talk about that hate this part of my life. They think it's all for nothing. I'm putting a target on my back, and they know when I'm doing this, and they will, a la my daughter is one of them, they will say all of this stuff while I'm doing it to kind of throw me off guard. I have people that care so much about my well-being that they think that this is worth a zero in my life. Seriously. Okay, I'm just turning this damn thing off. My goodness. We can't get these pieces of information to be taken serious because of the conspiracy. But I promise you, economically speaking, things are about to change in a drastic way. Things are about to change in a drastic way. How do we know this? This is the question that I get all the time. How did you pick Biden and Harris? How did you know Bitcoin when I told you guys to buy it at 10,000? How did you know it would be 50,000 by the beginning of the year? You know, I get all these, how did you know? We spot trends. Trends in human behavior. And I'm not going to go into the science. We spot trends in human behavior, and we're able to accurately predict the entire trend. Now, are we wrong? Of course. There have been times that we are wrong. But this account did not get to 700,000 followers with us being wrong. Let's face it, I'm not entertaining. Now, some people think I am, but I'm not. We've been crazy right. And that is because we spot trends. If you didn't believe the Harris-Biden thing, if you just thought that was a lucky guess, and I'm going to tell you, Kamala Harris outside of California, nobody knew who she was. But if you didn't think that, if you thought that was a lucky guess, and the Bitcoin thing didn't set well, you just thought, oh, another lucky guess. We hit it on the dollar, but a lucky guess. Tesla, another lucky guess. All the people that we said would get COVID, lucky guess. And so on and so forth. Man, I've done this for 2 years, and we've been just like crazy right. It is the trends. We are trending to this new economic system. They have it in place in certain parts of the world already. The World Economic Forum is a huge entity interfacing with all of the central banks. These are the people that live on the other side of the fence. Things that you and I will never see. We will never witness. We will never experience. These are the real deal. They don't live the same life as you and I. So based on the trend and the fact that they have the power, it is an undeniable fact that this is going to happen. I don't know what the interface will be. I don't know if it'll be a retina. I don't know if it'll be a microchip. I don't know if it'll be on your device. Perhaps another card. I don't know. That's a trend all in its own that we need to analyze and work through. And we'll be able to tell you. We will be the science that goes in back here. The people on this team are phenomenal. They are super smart. And they do it all for free. That's the great thing. All of these people, there are 9 of us. There was 7. That's where the 7 came from. Now there are 9 of us. We had a couple more jump on board. And look, one of them is MIT. Like, he's crazy, crazy smart. So it was okay to increase to 9. These people do this because they want you to be prepared. That is all we want. We want you to be prepared for what is coming. I just had a lady on the live talking about food. I talked about the supply chain before there were any issues. I started beating that drum. Why? The trend. We were analyzing the trend for, you guys know the story. I'm not going to just say it on here. For a business. And we saw something that didn't seem right. And people started to analyze. We started to crunch. And we said, oh, is something about to happen? This is how it works. We reach a point in the equation where there's an anomaly. That's usually human intervention on some level. And we started to discuss. Sorry, guys. Whew, I hope you can't hear that. we started to discuss. That's usually when one of us stand up and goes, hey, what if? And follow me here. X, Y, and Z. And then someone else says, oh, yeah. But what if you add this component and then this could happen? That would hit the trend 100%, would it not? And then someone else stands up and goes, no. That's not correct. You gotta W, X, Y, and Z. Huh. It's a great discussion, and they do it for free because they want you prepared. You gotta be prepared for what's coming. When your leaders of the world openly discuss the fact that there are too many people here, that we are killing this planet, that is when you got to take notice. And that is one trend that we have yet to discuss on here. Now, some people took COVID and said, ho, that's what this is. COVID and the vaccine is meant to depopulate the world. That is what they said. Now, what you do is when people do figure out what is truly going on with that, and they bring it to light, this is what everyone does. You said that about COVID, too. You said that about the vaccine, remember? You said that. You said that. I'm trying to tie it all in here for you. This is where I usually go. All right. We've reached the end of the discussion, folks. Give me a second. Let me get in the proper attire for the last part of the segment. The fedora, the straw hat. Please. After listening to this podcast, I want you to do two things for me. 2. 1, if you don't know it 100% to be fact, or there are any doubts, you look at this situation and there are any doubts that it's plausible, don't say it again. It's not changing who you are. It's not changing what you are. You're just not affecting those that have the facts to present to the people. You're not affecting them. And you're potentially not hurting somebody in the process. Had to say it. Had to be said. Number 2. If you have some money, and I don't mean a lot, you don't need a lot, please protect yourself. Get you some assets. Precious metals are always a good, just safe, easy, quick way to start doing this. Gold, silver, and the kind that goes bang. Precious metals. You won't lose on that. It's a good store of value. Start to protect yourself. Because I promise you, when this thing goes down, if you have $2 million in a shoebox in your closet, and you're getting a 1-for-1 conversion to this new digital CBDC, and you can't prove where that came from, you're going to have a hard time getting that conversion. Yeah, that's real. When you go to the bank and you deposit a $10,000 or more deposit, they fill out a CTR without you knowing. They want to know where that money comes from. Not many people just make $10K on a whim. And now you have 2 million in your closet because you've been saving. You've been hustling on the side, bro. You got your little hustle on the side. What happens when you got to convert that money to this new digital currency that's coming? It's coming. The trend is in. Digital currency is coming. I see you shaking your head. I can't help it today, because today is a day where I realize, man, everything is gone from my old life. It's all gone. It's gone. And I sit here and I wonder, like, man, we've been doing this 2 years and we've had a really good response. 700,000 people. How come nobody has went the entire way to monetize this? When they know we're right, man. They know we're right. They know we've been right. They know we're going to be right. They know we are right. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because we're also wrapped up in conspiracies and time travelers and aliens and nanobots. Oh, man. Listen to what I am telling you financially, okay? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but a new economic system is what this entire thing has been about. The entire time. That's what it's been about. A new economic system. It's insane, right? We've had to go through all of this to usher in a new economic system. But think about it. It's the only thing that hasn't been overhauled. Medicine was overhauled. The food industry's been overhauled. Schooling has been overhauled. Some of you call it indoctrination through school. Everything has been overhauled, but the financial system has not. Think about it. Listen to it logically. All the pieces fit. And here's the crazy thing. Here's what's going to blow your mind. All the pieces fit. Even the 5G component fits. They need it to process these transactions via smartphone or connectivity quicker. All of it fits. It's crazy, right? That there's a conspiracy for each one of those pieces. Why? Why? That way, if anybody ever gets smart enough to realize what is truly going on, we can call it conspiracy. And nobody will bat an eye. Nobody will bat an eye. Why? Because they believe what they hear from those in power, and that is it. We're talking about the overwhelming number of the population. They believe what they hear on the mainstream media, the news, from their leaders, and that is it. Meanwhile, back on Earth, we're figuring the shit out. And we're hitting home runs deep into left field every single time. But they won't give us play because they've created this conspiracy. They've created this division. They have people so emotionally involved. They are now believing and creating conspiracies. And now everything looks crazy but what the damn news says. It's a beautiful plan. They've executed this masterfully. I told you how they do it. Quantum computing. They spit out every freaking scenario. They have tools that we, the people, do not have at our disposal. And they have executed this to perfection. They've had one mistake. His name was Donald Trump. But if you think about it, he played right in. His piece of the puzzle plays right into this. Because it was the emotionally charged part. It was the part that drew the division even deeper. So you got to ask yourself, is he who you think he is, or is he not? Anybody that's been around for some time, anybody that's close to me, the angry American, I got to watch, I don't say the name. They know what they know. You know how I feel about JT. JT. Jeez. That's me. DT. You know how I feel about DT. You know my personal beliefs. You know what I think about his character. And you definitely know what I think about him as a politician. I hope I tied this all together for you. It all is about the same thing. Therefore, it is all connected. One big ass puzzle. And they are just pieces to this puzzle. And we will go through each and every one of them damn pieces. Every podcast, you will get a piece of that puzzle. I hope you all have a fantastic night. Thank you for listening to The Angry American. We are the angriest. We are the angriest. Okay. We are the angriest. Okay. I don't do a very good Donald Trump, apparently. Okay. Hold on. Let's try it after that. Okay. No, still shitty. Still shitty Donald Trump. Make sure you follow. Make sure you support. Guys, I will never be the one to ask for anything, but if you can support, you see it on the screen. It says, donate with PayPal. If you can donate, please do it. 0 people, 0, have donated. All these people love the podcast, love it, love your views, love your lives. 0 has donated. And if you can't donate monetarily and you got some skills and you can add to the team, please, I'm asking you. If you're a web developer, if you're a graphic artist, if you know all this shit that we're trying to put together with the camera up there and the camera here, and the second station for guests and bringing guests over virtually. And please, help. All right, guys. Until next time, I am the Angry American. God bless you. Good night.
So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a